Good evening, everybody. Madam Clerk?
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act and JSA 10:4-6 et sec. Notice of which was sent to the record in Star Ledger and was posted on the municipal bulletin board. Pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act and recent regulations issued by the state of New Jersey, the following procedures will be in effect for public comment during this remote public meeting of the City Council. The public shall have an opportunity for comment during the designated public portion of this meeting. The time period for public comment is limited to 3 minutes for each speaker, and no person may address the council more than once, except for speaking during an advertised public hearing for an ordinance. At the time designated for public comment, the mayor or the presiding officer of the council will recognize one speaker at a time. That speaker must identify himself or herself by full name and whether or not he or she resides in Hackensack. No other member of the public is permitted to speak unless recognized by the presiding officer, and other remote attendees may be muted during that time if necessary to eliminate background noise. Meeting attendees shall exhibit appropriate demeanor during this meeting as required by section 37-15 of the city code. In the event any member of the public becomes disruptive at any time, that individual may be muted by the presiding officer and will receive a warning that continued disruption may result in being prevented from speaking or removed from the meeting entirely. The Zoom meeting platform has a texting function. However, this is to be used only for the purpose of advising the city's IT staff of any technical concerns or issues. The public may also submit written public comments to be audibly read into the record by the city clerk during the public portion of any remote public meeting of the city council. Comments can be submitted by regular mail or by email to asab@hackensack.org. Comments received less than 5 hours before the start of a meeting may be carried to the next meeting. Any person who actually speaks during the public comment portion of a remote public meeting may not also have a comment read into the record. The city clerk will stop reading a written comment into the public record once it reaches the 3-minute limit. Duplicate written comments may be summarized and noted for the record in a consistent manner.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Steffi, you're muted.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Here.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Here.
Mayor LaBrus.
Here. Would everybody please rise for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the
of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, with that, I'm going to start out before we go into, I have a proclamation to read tonight, but I want to bring to our citizens' attention that we have a one of our firemen, Tim Rice, has been pretty sick. He's back in Hackensack University Medical Center. I'm not going to go into the details of his illness, but he's battling hard. It's a young firefighter, been with Hackensack for a while. When I say young, he's probably in his 40s, but he's fighting hard. He's battling hard, and I'm asking every citizen in this city to pray for this young man. He's got 2 young children. He's married with 2 young kids, and I want them to grow up with dad to be around. So please, prayers for him. Thank you.
Mayor, about the shootout.
Yes, and for all in Boulder, Colorado, for all the victims and the family members and people involved in that shooting out in Boulder, Colorado, our prayers go out to you. We're with Boulder tonight, and Boulder needs to stay strong.
And the shootout from last week, the Asian ladies.
Yes, and again, now we have, escalating issues against Asians popping up. We had that horrible incident last week, and our prayers go out to them as well. It's a crazy world out there, but hopefully, just wish COVID and all this craziness would go away.
Thank you.
Thank you. But I have a great proclamation tonight, and I believe the teacher, if I'm not mistaken, she might be from Parker School, I'm not sure. But it reads as this: from the office of the mayor of the city of Hackensack. It's whereas social emotional learning, known as SEL, is the process through which all young people and adults acquire and apply the knowledge, skills, and attitudes to develop healthy identities, manage emotions, achieve personal and collective goals, feel and show empathy for others, establish and maintain supportive relationships, and make responsible and caring decisions. And whereas SEL competencies develop throughout our lives and are essential to success in our schools, in our workplaces, homes, and communities, and allow individuals to contribute meaningfully to society. And whereas SEL can be taught and developed throughout childhood, adolescence, and beyond. Whereas schools, families, and the wider community must be engaged to enhance the strength, depth, and pace of acquisition of SEL competencies. And whereas supporting SEL is a wise use of public resources because there can be long-term social and economic benefits to society from the implementation of evidence-based SEL. Now, therefore, I, John P. LaBrosse Jr., Mayor of the City of Hackensack, along with members of the Hackensack City Council, do hereby recognize March 26, 2021 as Social Emotional Learning Day in the City of Hackensack and encourage all community members to learn about and share their knowledge of the importance of SEL in our schools and communities. So I thank you for bringing this to our attention. I'm sure most people aren't even aware of SEL, but it's something we need to know because it helps our children grow and from young children to adolescence and into adulthood. And that one paragraph says it all, the first paragraph about how to become a good human being. So thank you for this. And with that, I need a motion for the approval of the minutes of the February 23rd, 2021 Executive Cal regular minutes.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
And then in motion for the March 2nd, 2021 special meeting minutes.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, thank you. And with that, we'll go to the city manager's report.
Yes, thank you, Mayor and Council. This is the city manager's report for March 23rd, 2021. One, city offices are open to the public by appointment only. Please refer to the hackensack.org for the department phone directory for assistance. Two, reminder, our community garden at Johnson Park began registrations for new gardeners on March 1st. Please call the rec department for assistance. Three, our vaccine clinic has been successful vaccinating eligible residents this month. Unfortunately, this week we did not receive vaccine doses, but we are hopeful to be back on track next week. Details of the schedule for your vaccine appointments are available at hackensack.org. Four, City of Hackensack will be hosting a shred event on June 19th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Sears parking lot. Five, our council meeting that was scheduled for Monday, April 19th will be rescheduled for Tuesday, April 20th. Proper notification will be posted. Six, the city will be hosting a Easter Bunny drive-by on Easter Sunday, April 4th, from 9 a.m. to 11 and from 1 p.m. to 3. This will take place at the Midtown Bridge approaching the looping into East Salem Street at the exit of Fashini Park. Please refer to hackensack.org for details. This would complete the city manager's report.
All right, thank you. And with that, we'll get right to new business with resolution 116-21.
This is a resolution for the final adoption of ordinance number 9-2021, an ordinance to amend chapter 170 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Vehicles and Traffic to remove a handicap parking space from section 49.2 parking for the handicap for lookout. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Okay, need a motion to open to the public, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody who'd like to speak to this ordinance and this ordinance only, please come forward, give your name to the clerk. Hearing nobody from the public, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
All right.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 9-2021 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Okay. Resolution 117-21.
This is a resolution for final adoption of ordinance number 11-2021, a bond ordinance providing for various 2021 capital improvements by and in the City of Hackensack in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, appropriating $2,590,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $2,466,000 in bonds or notes of the city to finance part of the cost thereof. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for public hearing.
Need a motion to open to the public, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
All right.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody from the public who'd like to speak to this ordinance, and this ordinance only, please give your name to the clerk.
Richard Salkin, Hackensack, New Jersey. I'd like to speak to the ordinance. You'd be well advised to consider the phrase, "there are no free lunches." With this ordinance, this bond ordinance, you're now a couple of $1,000s away from incurring $100 million in debt on behalf of the city. $100 million. That's far more than taxpayers' share of any given annual budget. You're getting into the stratosphere with this borrowing. When you came in, when you were sworn in as mayor, Mr. LaBrus, in 2013, the percentage, the permissible percentage, as you probably know, is 3.5 of total assessed property throughout. That's the state law. The city was at half of 1%. Half of 1%. Now, you think a lot of Mr. Mangan. I'm a LaCava man myself. And having worked with him for more than a decade and a half, he was a CFO, longstanding before he became city manager. And one thing we do agree on, because you guys tried to get him to be at least an interim city manager, so you respected him as well. He said, our borrowing, we never let it get above 1%. 1%. That was fiscal responsibility in Jim LaCava's mind, which was good enough for me. When you began as mayor, Mr. LaBrus, the total debt was $28 million. Again, 1/2 of 1%. With this ordinance, you're at $10,000 below $100 million. Your percentage now with this enactment is about 1.7. You're heading towards 2. This is, I've never heard of this in a community this size. There's a reckoning. At some point, there will be a reckoning. Now, the way by which you've introduced your ordinance, I could check on what the debt service will be this coming year, because that's only going to be posted tomorrow. And I really don't want to hear from Mr. Mangan, because we have different opinions of his abilities and credibility. But it's out of hand. A generation is going to pay for it. Maybe not yours, but you know, listen, we've lived through it. You remember when interest rates went through the roof. We've lived through that. They're around 14% for a residential mortgage. Don't think it can't happen again. And where is this city going to be when it has debt of over $100 million? You gotta do better. You gotta be more fiscally conservative. You gotta have a little bit of concern for the future. So I've got to say, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Salkin. Anybody else from the public like to speak to this ordinance and this ordinance only?
Mayor, could I address those comments?
Sure, Jim.
Okay. All right. And first, let me say, I'm also a big Jim LaCava fan too. You know, anybody who's a CFO in New Jersey was very impressed with Jim LaCava. And I would love the opportunity. I wish I could have the opportunity to have the debate with Jim LaCava about debt. But if I could, what I would say to him is the same thing that I've said to the mayor and council. To me, debt is a tool, okay? And it needs to be properly managed. And the problem with debt isn't debt in itself. The problem with debt is the taxes that are required to pay it back, okay? And so what we've done is we've put together a debt management plan, which was many years in the making, where we said that whatever capital improvements are going to come along, and there have been substantial capital improvements, we would be able to do it without raising taxes in the debt service portion of our budget. And we've been able to do that, and we continue to be able to do that. Every time we do a bond ordinance, okay, I do a long-term debt projection to make sure that repaying this debt will stay within the debt service budget that we have, okay? I've said it before, debt is not the villain. The taxes to repay the debt, that's the villain. And that's what we've put our controls on, okay? We control the taxes that need to be raised to pay the debt back so that all the improvements that we do stay within our existing debt service budget. Now, the prior administration, Mr. Salkin has said, as a policy, don't want to go over 1% of your equalized valuation. That sounds fine, okay? But then if you do that, your infrastructure is going to crumble. Your sewers are going to crumble. Your streets are going to crumble. Your heavy duty fleet of garbage trucks, dump trucks, all of that is going to suffer. And to me, I think it's the biggest distinction between this administration and the prior administration. Okay, we've taken on the debt, but we've managed it, and we've been able to do it without increasing our debt service budget. And this bond ordinance is no different. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Jim. Okay, anybody else in the public like to speak to this? Hearing nobody, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Need a motion to adopt the ordinance, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 11-2021 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. Resolution 118-21 is going to be tabled, correct?
Yes, so we need a motion.
Need a motion to table Resolution 118-21.
I'll offer a motion to table.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, so that'll be tabled to the next meeting. Resolution 119-21.
This is a resolution for the adoption of ordinance number 13-2021, an ordinance authorizing financial agreement for market rate rental apartment and retail project to be constructed upon block 407.01, lots 5, 6.01, 6.02, 7, 34, 36.01, 36.02, and 37 by 307 Main MF-Q Urban Renewal LLC, an urban renewal entity pursuant to the long-term tax exemption law NJSA 40A:20-1 et sec. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Need a motion to open to the public, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody from the public who'd like to speak to this ordinance and this ordinance only, please come forward. Hearing no one from the public, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Motion to adopt the ordinance, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 13-2021 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. Resolution 120-21.
Is a resolution for final adoption of ordinance number 14-2021, an ordinance to amend chapter 170 of the Code of the City of Hackensack, Vehicles and Traffic, to modify the streets listed in section 56, one-way streets. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody, I'm sorry. Did we go public on that? I'm sorry. Lost track.
That was to open it to the public.
Anybody from the public who'd like to speak to this ordinance and this ordinance only, please come forward and give your name to the clerk. Hearing nobody from the public, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Need a motion to adopt the ordinance, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus. Mayor,
Aye.
be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 14-2021 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
You. Resolution 121-21.
This is a resolution for final adoption of ordinance number 15-2021, an ordinance to vacate Caruso Street in the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Need a motion to open to the public, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody from the public who would like to speak to this ordinance and this ordinance only, please give your name to the clerk. Hearing no one from the public, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Motion to adopt the ordinance.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 15-2021 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. We're going to pull resolution 123-21, and just so the public knows, we found some flaws in this that we need to work out. So this will probably be up for introduction on the next meeting in 2 weeks.
Mayor,
So with that, we'll go.
you need to do resolution 122.
Skipped one, yeah. You skipped one there.
You skipped
Oh.
122.
Long day. Resolution 1-21.
This is an introduction of ordinance number 16-2021, an ordinance amending ordinance 5-2021, adopting the 400 Main Street redevelopment plan for the delineated redevelopment area consisting of block 403, lots 1 through 6, 11, 12, 13, 15, and 16, and adopting amended 400 Main Street redevelopment plan.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 16-2021 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on April 6, 2021 at 7:00 PM or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the city council. And at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place where, when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. And my apologies for that. So resolution 123-21 is being pulled. Okay. So with that, we'll go to resolution 124-21.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 18-2021, an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank as per NJSA 40A:4-445.14.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 18-2021 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on April 6, 2021 at 7:00 PM or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the city council. And at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Deb?
Yeah.
Is it the 6th or is it the 20th?
For what?
That, about the budget?
The cap bank?
Yep. Is
I
Jim
thought it-
still on? I just want to make sure, that's all.
Jim? The cap bank?
What's the question?
You want to know whether the cap bank ordinance should be the 6th or the 20th?
The cap bank ordinance would be at the next meeting on the 6th.
6th.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's
That's
the public hearing on the budget is the one that has a different rule.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, we're good?
Yep.
All right, resolution 125-21.
This is a resolution authorizing tax refunds for state board judgments, county board judgments, and duplicate payments.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Resolution 126-21.
This is a resolution authorizing cancellation of added assessment for 850 Main Street, Unit 106, Block 537, Lot 4, qualifier 0106 for the 2020 tax year.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 127-21.
A resolution authorizing a refund for 100% veterans exemption for 54 Powerfly Road.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 128-21.
A resolution rejecting all bids for the Side Park renovation project.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 129-21.
It's a resolution authorizing transfer of the 2020 budget appropriations.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 130-21.
A resolution awarding contract to Neglia Engineering for engineering services for Second Street, Lodi Street Road resurfacing project.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 131-21.
This is a resolution awarding contract to Suburban Consulting Engineers for the FEMA Brick Grant Submission Engineering Services.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg, Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 132-21.
A resolution awarding contract for licensed wastewater operator services to Suburban Consulting Engineers.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 133-21.
This is a resolution awarding contract for Columbus Park Design and other engineering services to Suburban Consulting Engineers.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 135-21,
134,
4-21.
resolution awarding contract for Johnson Park Access Drive Construction Phase Engineering Services to Suburban Consulting Engineers.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 135-21.
Resolution awarding contract for Stuyve Park rebid and construction phase engineering services to Suburban Consulting Engineers.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 136-21.
A resolution authorizing 2021 emergency temporary appropriations.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 137-21.
A resolution authorizing the 2021 municipal budget introduction for fiscal year
Need a motion.
2021.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
Roll.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. And resolution 138-21.
This is a resolution authorizing payment of bills.
Need a motion to pay the bill?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims,
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, with that, does anybody have any conflicts with the consent agenda before we read it? Hearing none, go forward with the consent agenda as it stands.
The following items are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one motion. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds. Any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda, and consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes, including any exceptions and or additions. The consent agenda consists of resolution 139-21 through 144-21. 139-21 is a resolution authorizing endorsement of proposed Bergen County Community Development Grants. Resolution 140-21 is a resolution authorizing the city's submission of a fiscal year 2021 Bergen County Community Development Block Grant application. Resolution 141-21 is a resolution authorizing contract with the County of Bergen Open Space Recreation Floodplain Protection and Historic Preservation Trust Fund for Columbus Park Basketball Court Rehabilitation Drainage Futsal Court Surface. Resolution 142-21 is a resolution authorizing the city of Hackensack to process an involuntary disability retirement application on behalf of firefighter Timothy Rice. Resolution 143-21 is a resolution approving license agreement with RFEHA Urban Renewal LLC for street lighting associated with the record site redevelopment. Resolution 144-21 is a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement related to the vacation of Caruso Street and dedication of a portion of a certain property in the city of Hackensack, County of Bergen, and state of New Jersey. We need a motion.
Need a motion to accept the consent agenda as it was read.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Okay, with that, we'll move forward. Need a motion to open to the public.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, anybody from the public who would like to speak, please give your name to the clerk and your city of residence, please. You have 3
Richard
minutes.
Salkin, Hackensack, New Jersey. I'm just going to respond or reply, I guess, to Mr. Mangan. You know, to suggest, well, anyone who came before didn't know what they were doing. You know what? When Jim LaCava was the manager, before that the CFO, roads got resurfaced, garbage trucks got purchased, fire trucks got purchased, police cars got purchased, capital items got done. And just like this council, the prior councils got hit with requirements from the DEP that were expensive and had to be bonded. I'm not rooting against Mr. Mangan. Understand that. I want him to be correct. I'm a taxpayer. I'm concerned, however, that a part of your plan assumes stability in the interest rate. And there are many financial experts who are saying, as a result of the present governmental policies, which I think we all support because we need to do them, there's a very good chance we're going to be facing significant inflation in the not too distant future. If that happens, the interest rates are going to go up. I don't think that's in your plan. And that's what bothers me. Difference of opinion. Thank you again. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mr. Salkin. Next person from the public, please give your name to the clerk. You have 3 minutes.
This is Bridget Rucker speaking, Hackensack. The question I am going to ask is to Mayor LaBrus. As you run your campaign under honest government, you always speak about honest government. That is your slogan for your campaign. But what is your definition of honest government? Because the first dishonest thing was about affordable housing. That was number one. Then the second dishonest thing is our taxes, which you keep saying don't go up, but the tax rate percentage goes up and our taxes do go up. That's number two. So once again, if you're calling that honest government, I'll say to you guys, don't spit on the community and then tell us it's raining. Because you guys haven't really done anything based on community. You've guys done everything based for self and not service. So my thing is here is, what is your definition of honest government? Because no government is honest. Federal government's not honest. State government's not honest. Municipality government is not honest. Because if that was the case, federal government would peel back the layers and go back to enslaves, and then they would correct that. Then that means state would do the same, municipality would do the same. As you honored those people that got shot, my heart goes out to anybody that has a family that is in that position. But Leo, I did hear you say the other group, which is the Asian group, my heart goes out to them. But did you once say anything about the African-American kids that keep getting shot? Never heard nothing on any of the tapes from behind. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. There's nothing honest here. I think you need to either change that format or try to be honest. Because nothing you guys are doing is honest. Nothing. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.
Next person from the public, please. Hearing none, motion to close to the public.
No, this is Victor Geddes, resident of Hackensack. I have a question to Stephanie. Stephanie, Kathy stated that you and her have had meetings with the Board of Education, just you and her. Has there ever been a time where there was more councilmen than just you and Kathy? And just remember that you, like you said, you have studied law and you have a law degree. So I'm just asking, has it ever been a time that there's been more than just you and Kathy in a meeting with the Board of Ed?
Not that I recall, Mr. Geddes.
No, it's not that you recall, either yes or no.
No.
Okay, you said no. It's on the record that you and Kathy has never met with the Board of Ed where there was more than you and her, right? Okay, you hear that, Leo? They said they never met with the Board of Ed other than just her, Kathy, and Stephanie. Thank you.
Next person from the public, please. Hearing none, motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 None opposed. Stephanie?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I just wanted to start out in recognizing the proclamation for social and emotional learning. I don't know if Miss Jackie's still on, Miss Alerte. Oh, I see her, and Miss Whitaker. Miss Jackie does an excellent job at Parker School of running their social emotional learning program. And you know, for those of you who don't know what social emotional learning is, it's about you know, supporting the emotional well-being of children and adults, but especially in the schools, there's been a big push to do that. And I think it's been so important, especially over this past year during the pandemic, when, you know, you just, as educators, myself, I've been in special education for 15 years. And, you know, it was hard to try to support these children in an environment where you couldn't get to them. And, you know, I just want to thank Miss Jackie and Miss Whitaker and the rest of the staff for, you know, really trying to, you know, do everything they could to support those kids. It was frustrating as educators to see these children, you know, in need and support behind a screen, and you were trying to do everything you can to get to them. And, you know, in my house, we used Miss Jackie's, you know, help with one of, you know, with my son that was really struggling at home. So I really appreciate that. And I think all educators know that, you know, you really could be the best teacher, the best pedagogy, you could be the best in curriculum, you could recite things in your sleep, but if you can't support a child emotionally and you can't make them feel safe and welcome, all those other things don't matter. That's the first step to make sure that a student is there to learn. They feel safe, they feel welcome, they feel accepted, and that's what social emotional learning is. And I think as adults, we went through that too this year. You know, a lot of us were alone and isolated in a different environment and, you know, given different responsibilities that we weren't used to. And it was just so important. So I just wanted to recognize, you know, Ms. Whitaker and Ms. Alerte, because I see that you're on the call still, and, you know, that we appreciate it in the Parker family. And, you know, it means a lot. So thank you. And earlier at the COW meeting, the Garden Club was here to present a project for the M&M Center for beautifying it. And, you know, I just want to thank Ms. Brown and Lorelei and Mr. and Mr. Tisano. They're really, you know, passionate and hard workers, and, you know, they're really trying to do a lot of different initiatives. This is the third different initiative the Garden Club has done in less than a year, from, you know, planting the planters by the signs and bringing the Girl Scouts in and doing, you know, planting pollinators at the community garden. And I just appreciate, you know, their dedication. You know, it looks like small projects, but it's not, because, you know, they're applying for grants and they're doing different things. And, you know, they were kind of born out of the Environmental Commission, which is also doing a lot of great work too in the city. And we just want to thank them and appreciate their hard work. And prayers to the Rice family. You know, you're just in our thoughts and prayers, and no one should have to go through that with young kids. So we'll be thinking of you. And that's it for me. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Steph. Kath?
Thanks, Steph. Yes, I mean, the Garden Club made a beautiful presentation, and it's wonderful to see them, you know, on their own, going forward and bringing the city back and making it look as good as it possibly can. I know I'm going to date myself, but I can remember way back when the city, there was beautiful flowers everywhere, even around City Hall, that were grown in our greenhouse. And, you know, everyone took great pride in the city that, you know, the city always looked great. And I think, you know, we're not there yet, but we're on our way, and hopefully that greenhouse is coming back as well. But, you know, in the interim, folks that are stepping up and are making improvements and enjoying what they're doing and enjoying our community garden. Thanks again to you, Stephanie, for working so hard, you know, to bring that initiative here to the city. Again, thanks definitely to the Garden Club for what they're going to be doing at the M&M building, and I believe over at Johnson Park as well. A couple of things, you know, on the agenda tonight. We had a resolution just to introduce the budget. You're going to be hearing a lot more about the budget in the next couple of meetings. We will have our, you know, as always, fabulous presentation by Jim Mangan, and then, you know, followed by public hearings a number of weeks later, whatever it is that we're required to do. There's a certain time period that's required by the state. Jim tells us that the budget will be available online for anyone who cares to look at it. And if you go to our website, you know, it should be there. Both Councilman Battaglia and myself are on the Finance Committee, and we have, you know, the highest esteem of our CFO and the hard work he had to put into this in a very trying year. And, you know, we all pitched in and worked together to keep up our pledge. And, you know, our pledge was we were going to really work towards keeping the municipal tax rate lower each year, municipal tax levy, I'm sorry, lower each year, or at least stable. And, you know, this is the third year in a row that our municipal tax levy is decreasing yet again. So that's a true accomplishment. And thanks, you know, to the people that work so hard in finance, and again, all the city employees that help make that happen. Other things on the agenda tonight, we adopted some funds to do paving and to do some more work in some of our parks, Columbus and Stibe. We talked about this last week, and the crosswalk. So tonight was the final adoption on that, and happy to see that those programs definitely are moving forward. At the COW meeting, just very high level, we had our engineering firm talk to us a little bit about the continuing work on Clay Street area for the sewer separation and the alleviation of stormwater issues there. You know, the good news there is that this public presentation was a requirement for us to be receiving $2 million in funding from the DEP as loan forgiveness, which is great. You know, the fact that our projects are so well defined and so valuable that we're able to receive this kind of loan forgiveness is great. And that, you know, $2 million towards that project. Again, thanks to all the folks that worked on that, engineers, finance people, the whole group that pulled together to get this thing done. Again, not to reiterate, because I think I talked about this at great length last time, but, you know, when we started a lot of the sewer separation work, we said, hey, you know, we've got to start from the river and go west. You know, we have to find a path to fix things in patchwork and the water has no place to go isn't going to solve anything. It's just going to actually move the problem to another area. So, you know, getting that accomplished on Main Street and defining that path to Fashini Park was really the first step. And we're pretty much almost there yet. They're doing some more work in getting that path all the way through Fashini Park as part of this next phase. And then the second part of this is they'll be moving that work and going west. And this will accomplish getting it at least to the railroad. Going under the railroad is always a difficult process, but we're working forward and getting it into the area that really needs relief, which are the low-lying areas that are on the other side there, the Clay Street area, again, giving relief. I know someone spoke earlier about, you know, issues all the way over on Stanley. Yes, we understand these are real quality of life issues, and we're committed to get these things fixed. And this definitely is a step in the right direction. So again, if you weren't at the Cal meeting, I think it was worthwhile just getting that in and mentioning it. I think that's it. I think we have a number of religious holidays coming. So for everyone that celebrates, we have Passover, we have Easter. I wish everyone, you know, respectfully that they enjoy their holidays and hopefully time with their family and friends. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you. Dave?
Good evening. I send my prayers out to Timothy Rice and his family, our firefighters. My condolences and prayers go out to the families and friends of the victims of the mass shooting in Boulder, Colorado. I am horrified and heartbroken that these events occur with such regularity. Also, my prayers go out to 6 individuals who were shot over the weekend in Patterson, along with the racism toward Asian Americans. I am happy that the city recognizes Social Emotion Learning Month, looking at not only the academics health, but the social emotional health of our children is essential. Thank you, Miss Jackie from Nellie K. Parker, for bringing this important issue to the city and me. I want to thank the Garden Club for their presentation. As a member of the Garden Club, I am happy to see all the improvements that are being made around the city. I am happy to report that the city has now given out 612 COVID-19 vaccine shots at the Civic Center, and next week they will start giving out the second shot to those who already got shots. Yesterday, many faces returned to elementary schools in Hackensack for phase 3, which is 5 days a week in-person instructions with a 12:30 dismissal. The kids were smiling and happy, which is awesome to see. Hackensack Public Schools will continue to provide free breakfast, lunch during spring break to all students starting Monday and Wednesday at the middle school only next week from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Please note that there will be no crossing guards, so please be mindful of kids out in the streets next week. There will be no Easter egg hunt this year, but there will be an Easter drive-by on Easter Sunday, April the 4th, with 2 sessions. The first one, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., and the second one, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The community garden is set to open next Monday, March 29th. Today, March 23rd, is the final day to register for Hackensack Junior Soccer. The website to register is hackensacksoccer.org. Earlier at the Cal meeting, we talked about summer camp. Currently, we are weighing all of our options. So far, we are thinking about a half-a-day program from 8:30 to 12. It will start June 28th until August 6th. It has not been officially confirmed yet, but it's in the talks. Registration for baseball deadline is April the 3rd. You can register at www.baseballandsoftballofhackensack.com. Join me in welcoming 3 new establishments at the Riverside Square Mall. We have LT Bar and Grill, True Kitchen, and Pastry Flaunderine. Last, we're gonna have, I guess, the battle of chicken here in Hackensack, with a new Popeyes being built on Essex Street, and Chick-fil-A, they're starting the construction at the old Hooters site. So you'll have your choice, Chick-fil-A or Popeyes. Lastly, let's remember to continue to mask up, wash, and sanitize our hands, and to remember social distancing. Have a great week. Thank you.
Leo?
Yeah, my prayer go to the firemen and to all the victims of this crazy shootout in the last 2 weeks. Thanks to the Garden Club for beautifying our recreation center. Thank you to Jim for a good job. And I know that you are like a responsible person and you are watching our packets, you know, and it's true about the debt. It's the only way that we can accomplish something done that was never accomplished by previous administration. They just kicked the bucket and we got sewers that now they've been taken care of, but before we got flooding all over the area. All right, I just want to say to the $30 million tax appeal that we inherited from the previous administration. Today, I have a meeting with the county and they promised by the summer, they're gonna pave Passage Street, Excess Street, First Street, and few more roads by Johnson Avenue. I am glad that Second Street finally we're gonna pave, and Lodi Street. The same thing we're gonna do with Lookout, Clarendon, American Legion, Beach Street, and Fair Street. Catalpa is gonna be taken care too, and maybe a few more roads. And finally, we are going to pave a street that maybe they were taking care for the last 40 years. Be safe, wash your hands, use the mask. We see you in 2-3 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to start off by thanking Miss Jackie, and I see Miss Whitaker was on the screen before. It was nice to see you for the SEL presentation, social emotional learning. I think Stephanie really hit the nail on the head with in her paragraph at the end. She mentioned that you can't help a child emotionally and to feel comfortable, you know, nothing is going to work. And it's so important for our kids to feel accepted, have great social skills, and, you know, social emotional learning is one of the most necessary tools used in our schools. So thank you for the presentation, and we were very glad to read the proclamation. As was mentioned by Ted earlier, there's a shred event coming up. You can go on hackensack.org and find out the date. As Mr. Sims had mentioned, there's Easter Bunny drive-by on April 4th, 9 to 11 and 1 to 3. That'll be a great event for the kids. And he also mentioned that we are working on a summer camp schedule, we're just going to try to check with some other communities to see what they're doing. Special great kudos to Hackensack Garden Club. Lorelei Kaminsky gave a great presentation, and Edith Fazana was on the call for the project they're undertaking. They got grant money and they're doing a planting project at the M&M building. It looked beautiful. She had some renderings and looked really, really nice. I just want to address a couple things. Something was mentioned tonight about raising taxes. The tax levy has gone down for 3 years. Difference between a tax rate and a tax levy is the levy is raising the money raised to pay taxes by homeowners and businesses. That levy has gone down for, I believe, now 3 years in a row. Am I right on that, Kath?
This will be the 3rd year in a row. Yes, John.
3rd year in a row, the tax levy has gone down. I'm laughing because I'm looking at the graph. And when you look at the graph from going back from, I guess, 2008-ish, you know, the number was up around 15% before that. Then it came down, nosedived in election year 2009, and it went back up again. And then you look the last 5 or 6 years, it's just about flattened out and it's actually decreasing. So, you know, to me, that's honesty. I mean, it's in black and white. It's, you know, it is what it is. The number doesn't lie.
Mayor, if I may add in too, because I believe Ms. Rucker talked about the tax rate, you know, and the municipal tax rate, I was just looking some numbers up. from what I'm quickly seeing, that the municipal tax rate has gone down every year for the past 4 or 5 years. You know, that we can't control the county tax rate and we can't control the Board of Ed tax rate, but the municipal tax rate for the past 4 or 5 years has certainly decreased.
Thank you.
Fair question.
And another thing that can make your taxes go up without that tax rate going up or a tax levy going up is if your home is assessed for more. You may have done work recently on a house, or it may have been underassessed and got reassessed and it's gone up in value, which is a good thing when it goes up in value. So that, yes, you will pay some more taxes if your house gets reassessed and it goes up. That's, you know, that's just the way it is. I just want to comment to Mr. Solkin's comments on debt, and I understand where he's coming from with that, because it does sound like a large number. But you know, there's some things that weren't mentioned in there. He said when we came in, there was about $30 million in debt in the city versus 90+ million now. All right, but he's forgetting that didn't include the $33 million in debt we incurred through the taxes, tax appeals that were left to us. So that brings us way over $60 million. That, you know, and we're still, part of our debt is still part of that $30+ million that we're paying, because we haven't fully paid that off. We put a plan together, 3 separate plans to the local finance board to be able to get $10 million a year to pay that off, and we've been doing that. But that's all part of that debt as well. So, and lastly, I mentioned before about our firefighter, young firefighter Tim Rice. I asked that everybody in their prayers, please include him, all right, and his family, and let's get him all the help he can get. So with that, I wish everybody a wonderful evening. Take care. Thank you. Motion to close the meeting.
Offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Aye.